dropped down on the floor in excruciating pain, screaming. Today I'm going to share my story on why I became a doctor. And I think that a lot of people will be able to relate to my reasons because it's quite common, especially among the Asian community. I hope this will be able to help you reflect on your reasons for choosing your career path and whether or not what you are doing now is in line with your why, your bigger purpose. One of the biggest reasons why I became a doctor starts very early on in my life. It began when I was about 10 years old. I was home alone with my brother, who was 16 at the time, and witnessed him drop down on the floor in excruciating pain, screaming. And what we discovered later was that his migraines were due to a brain tumor in his head. For any Asian immigrant or any immigrant family can understand what it's like to grow up with parent or parents who don't speak English. You have to do a lot of the translations. So when we found out that my brother had a brain tumor, I was having to translate a lot of complicated medical terminology. We didn't know what kind of brain tumor it was at the time, and we were trying to figure out how we're going to pay for it because we knew that he needed to get brain surgery right away. There were a lot of potential side effects that were very scary, such as him not being able to walk or talk, and even the statistics of his survival was 50%. We didn't know how to deal with this at the time. And not only that, my mom had canceled our health insurance just before this because she thought that we could save a bit of money, and she honestly didn't know any better because she thought that we didn't need it. For some miraculous reason, my mom's request to cancel our health insurance didn't go through. So we had health insurance to cover his brain surgery. And number two, we discovered that his brain tumor was benign. It wasn't cancerous. And my brother came out of the surgery with no side effects. This whole experience was a lot for me at the time, but it ignited something in me. I was so curious about why this happened. Why did this disease develop? Nobody knew at the time why people get brain tumors, why people get brain cancer. And I became obsessed with figuring out what causes disease, how do they develop, how do we prevent disease, how do we optimize our health? And this sparked a whole new interest in me. A lot of bad things could have come out of this situation, such as my brother having brain cancer, my brother not surviving the surgery, and my brother not being able to walk or talk and being completely dependent on me and my mom, or even our family completely going bankrupt to pay for this brain surgery if we didn't have health insurance. So from this experience, I had this grand sense of gratitude that I fully committed to pursuing a career in medicine so that I can help patients fight their diseases and prevent them. I never wanted to feel that helpless again. I wanted to make sure that if anything ever happened to my family, I would be prepared for it and I would be in the best position to take care of them. Not only health-wise, but financially. I never wanted my family to have to worry about money again. So in my head, the best way forward was to pursue a career as a doctor where I'd be financially secure and I would know everything about health. Another reason why I became a doctor, and I only realized this later in life, is that Asian families tend to value these career paths, doctors, engineers, and lawyers. And I was surrounded by this thinking. And when you're surrounded by this thinking, you start to believe it, that this is the best career path forward. And even though my mom never forced any career path on me, and she was always very supportive, she highly valued academics. I always wanted to make my mom happy and proud. And so I worked very hard in school. I didn't have exposure to any different creative career paths, such as marketing, sales, business, entrepreneurship. So I never even considered other career paths. And when you don't have exposure or you don't have influences like that, your life is going to take a certain path. And finally, another reason why I decided to become a doctor is that I am very passionate and obsessed about health. I love learning about the body, how the body works, how to optimize your health, not only physically, but also mentally. My favorite subjects in school were science and biology. and I loved learning about nutrition, how the food affects the body and the mind. Growing up, I was the more academic one, and my brother was more of the athletic and creative one. And because he was so athletic, he would encourage me to work out with him, to run with him, and he would push me like a drill sergeant. So fitness and health has always been a part of my life because of my brother. He was always running, playing basketball, and because he was such a great brother, he would always involve me in these activities. So I grew up loving challenging my body, moving my body, and strengthening my body. Ever since I was young, I was always looking for ways to develop healthy habits. And this is something I naturally gravitated towards: health and wellness. And so I thought the most obvious career pathway for someone like me who was so obsessed and passionate about health and helping other people be healthy was to become a doctor. Are these good reasons to become a doctor? I still believe that they're very good reasons because they're my reasons. And your reason for becoming a doctor or any career path that you choose is going to be very personal to you. What I think is important is to remember your why, because your why will guide you through what decisions to make, what actions to take, and it will also guide you through the toughest times in your career. My why is my family and helping people better understand and manage their health to prevent disease and illness. Your why is your constant, but your what can change. Before, my what to my why was being a doctor, but now I've changed my what to something else that is still in line with my why. I can still help people optimize their health and prevent disease and illness in a different way. Being a doctor is a very respectable and honorable career path. It requires hard work, grit, and many, many years of learning and work experience. We need great doctors. People get sick, people get old, accidents happen, life and death happen. For me personally, I learned that I can achieve my why through a different career path, through innovative technologies where I can leverage my skills, experience, passion, knowledge, and creativity to build solutions to problems in healthcare and improve health outcomes. As a proud Asian, I am not ashamed of pursuing this typical career path because my background, my culture have shaped so much of who I am today in positive ways, and I have not regretted the choices and experiences I've had up until this day. I hope this video can help you better understand your why and your what to help you choose a fulfilling career path that is in line with your bigger purpose. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you found this content valuable and if you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.